Good morning, good night. Today we're doing a time trial or a track sprint. I'm going to be using these terms interchangeably. Basically, a track sprint is a time trial on a bit of track. So we're doing a standing start, flying finish. It's more or less autocross on a track. Don't hit the cones, don't go off the track, and try to get from A to B as fast as possible. From a competitor standpoint, we've got a good selection of cars here. We've got 4 cylinders, we've got 6 cylinders, we've got 8 cylinders, and there's even a 10-cylinder in the bunch. This is New Jersey Motorsports Park, and this happens to be Lightning Raceway. It's the smaller of the 2 tracks. Basically, you show up and you get a spot in paddock, and you prepare yourself for the day. You'll notice some big rigs and other stuff. There was actually some club racing going on earlier in the day, and so met up with my buddy Gary for that. The track sprint itself, pretty simple, time trial. Here we are at the staging line, and boom, across there, around turn 1, 2, 3, 5, over the top, 6, 7, on the bridge, and across the line. So simple, easy. Do a couple of those runs and see if you can get faster at it and faster at it. And not too many competitors, so we had a lot of runs.
SCCA live, right?
That's run 3. Run 3. I'll talk you through this baseline lap. So basically, timer starts there as we go through the gate. This is turn 1. Done correctly, this is flat out, foot to the floor. It is a little bit of a high risk. There's tires on the inside there because people do hit the inside wall here. Now down through turn 2 and 3. A little bit of brakes here and back on the gas. Here I was braking. I probably shouldn't have. I learned that I can do that without braking, just a little lift. I need to be way quicker through this section here. That's what I learned. Even at the end of the day, I needed to be faster. Now, this is important. Set yourself up here so that you're apexing correctly and you're not bleeding too far out there because your car gets light over that hill, and that's the coolest part of this track, that hill where the car gets light. Then under the bridge, this is absolutely flat out. This is the highest speeds through here. Heavy braking zone. And then I'm turning in way too early there. So I should try to late apex that, back on the gas, carry as much speed as possible, and across the line. This is a far better run, and my GPS was working better, so you get a nice clean track map here.
All right.
So I'm not sure how well this shows up on video here, but there's a lot of pucker factor here because I'm trying to get the car to go this way, and the car keeps wanting to go straight here because the car gets light over that hill, and I go pretty close to dropping a couple of wheels off the side there. I wouldn't be the first to do it there because you can see how much dirt there is there from cars going off. Make sure you're taking a stop every once in a while and bleeding off some air from your tires because those tires will get hot, especially on the outside tires where they'll go up a couple of psi. So you want to bleed them down for optimal performance.
After through that section, I took your line. It's a good idea.
I've been driving it for hours today.
Yeah, I bet.
Whenever you're ready, bud.
All right, let's do it.
So how did I do for the day? Well, pretty good. We were promised something like 4 or 5 or 6 runs, and I ended with like 14. I probably could have had even more, but I was just getting tired, and the tires were getting hot, things like that nature. Now, I had good progression throughout the day. That's what I really look for in my world. Am I progressing? Am I applying what I learned and getting faster? And I was pretty happy my sort of last lap of the day at 51.39. That was the fastest. The 88 is just a cool down lap after that. I did get crushed by the other guy in my class there with the Chevy C6 Z06. He was very fast, seconds faster than me. So overall, out of everybody, we had 15 competitors. I ended up 7th. I'll take that, a little better than average. Puts me right there in the 7th spot. When I first looked at this, I was a little frustrated. I really wanted to climb up that leaderboard a little bit higher. I was thinking I could. There's a pretty big gap between me and then people above me. So at first I was angry about it, but then I kind of realized, wow, everybody ahead of me either has forced induction or more cylinders. All right, when I look at it this way, I kind of like, you know what, my little naturally aspirated Toyota Camry didn't do too bad out there, did it? Anyway, I know I got to keep working on my driver mod. There's plenty of time still out there for me to improve, but it was a great time out there. It's a fun track. I really like New Jersey Motorsports Park. The Lotus feels at home there. It feels good. It's a good group of people out there. And towards the end of the day, it's just pretty. And I was treated, while I was taking this video, I was sort of treated to a surprise because Lotus cars attract other Lotus guys, and the owner of this beauty came over and started talking to me, so we had to do a photo shoot. So the owner comes over and we chat, and he's got this Esprit V8, and it's just gorgeous. I love the color. I love the car. I remember playing this on Need for Speed when I was a kid on the computer, and this car does not disappoint. Look at that spoiler on the back. It's just awesome. This car is gorgeous. I love the deep dish wheels. They're super cool. Overall dimensions very similar to the Evora, but the roof line is a little lower, so you can imagine getting in and out is a little bit harder. Some interesting things here. For one thing, look how far forward the engine is. It is well mid-engine, well in front of the rear wheels. If you look at these two schematics, basically the Esprit, the engine is almost entirely ahead of the rear wheels, whereas in the Evora, it sits almost between or sort of on top of the rear wheels. So notably different there. And you can see why basically the engine of the Esprit would sit in the back seat of the Evora. For a car that's over 30 years old, it's a nice place inside, and the interior has aged really well. By the way, the owner had replaced the steering wheel with a steering wheel out of, you guessed it, an Elise. Apparently the stock one is really huge, so. Anyway, had a great time talking to this owner, and it was the perfect way to finish off a great day. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, all of those things, and, we'll see you next time for another Lotus update.